One of the fundamental ways to understand human and organisational performance is by understanding human error. Now, we all make errors, every single person, every single day. It's because we are human. And I've written an article that helps explain this, and it goes into details about the work done by Daniel Kahneman. And it talks about system thinking, system 1 and system 2, or thinking fast and thinking slow. Basically, it's about the fact that we have effectively a 3-brain model. Let's break it down into two processes. The first process is system 1, is doing things instinctively without actually thinking about them too much. So I'm talking about driving is a good example. You're driving a car, you need to indicate, you need to brake, or you need to turn. You know that you sort of have a thought that those things need to happen, and they just happen. You don't put conscious thought in watching your finger hit the indicator, or thinking about your foot hitting the brakes or pedals. That's system 1, automatic and instinctive. System 2 is where you have to think about things and are a bit more challenging and say, oh, well, let me think about that moment. And that's using not the reptile part of our brain, the instinctive part, but the sort of neocortex, the mammal part of our brain, which all the judgment and reasoning and the higher functions come from. That's the problem-solving part. So, for instance, you can do a little exercise to explore this for yourself. If I asked you to walk along and recite the alphabet, just for the first 10 letters or so, you'd find that no problem. You'd walk quite happily saying A, B, C, D, E, etc. That's system 1, very little thought. You're able to do 2 things at once, if not more, walking and talking. System 2, now if you do the same exercise, reciting the alphabet, but then think about adding the letters, the corresponding numbers, you get A1, B2, C3, D4, and if you're walking, no doubt you would come to stop probably about D, E, F, or even G. Now you think about it, if I was asked you to do that sum quite simple, sat down with pen and paper, you'd have no problems. But doing things like that in your head whilst you're walking impacts your ability to do something you were able to do since you could, walk. So really that's it in a nutshell. System 1, quick, intuitive, little thought, and system 2 is that problem-solving part of your brain. And it's how our brains work. Sometimes we don't think about stuff, and that makes us brilliant because we can get on doing other things. But HOP is understanding when those pinch points are, when not thinking about things can be a problem. And trust me, telling people to pay attention and to be careful and to follow the procedures is not a resilient way to make improvements. You need to find ways to improve the system to help cope with us human beings. So I hope you find the article of interest, and I must admit when I came across Daniel Kahneman's work, it was quite a revelation to me.